It's great to be here with Jessica Eaton, who's one of the child sexual exploitation experts and leads in many areas. I think it's important to have some optics and focus on the debate around child sexual exploitation, especially when it's to do with South Asian communities. I think there's quite a lot of misrepresentation at the moment. On one side, we have the Children Commissioner saying the majority of offenders in Britain are lone white males, and on the other hand, we have statistics saying that the majority of individuals that are being convicted are South Asian males. So we don't want to sort of get stuck in the paralysis of analysis here. But what's important for us, for the foundation and for myself to do these series of workshops, is that we want to get the message out there that we want to engage with South Asian communities, want to create buy-in, and we want to also create a separation between Islam and South Asian culture, because I think a lot of the times they become misconstrued, they become misrepresented, and at times they can sort of fuel the far right. And also there's a lack of engagement. I think there's a lack of engagement from South Asian Pakistani Muslim communities, leaders on the agenda. And I think one reason for doing this is I'm bringing quite a unique Islamic perspective on this to try and encourage buy-in from Muslim faith leaders, that we're in this together. Communities have significant challenges. No one is saying this is only a South Asian Muslim problem. What we are saying is that it's an issue that we do need to deal with alongside other issues. And I think my input on these series of workshops are quite unique on bridging that gap between the work that's going on the ground and how our South Asian communities can help to tackle the menace of CSE.
Yeah, thank you. I think for me, and I was so glad when you contacted me to sort of start talking about doing this, was I've always been really uncomfortable about the way that this has been, the way that CSE started to move towards that this was some sort of religious issue or a race issue when we know that the majority of sexual abuse in this country is committed by white British people, and the focus in the media and the way that particular cases were held up as, you know, an example of how CSE occurs, but then extrapolated. So, we've now got general public genuinely believing that child sexual exploitation and child sexual abuse is committed by Pakistani Muslim guys against very specific stereotypes of white British teenage girls. And we miss so many cases because of that. So that started to worry me. And then on the other side, the other reason for doing something like this is that, after all these years of doing this type of work, and even when it was, before I was working in CSE and it was in sexual violence, there is a real lack of understanding, awareness, research and practice and actual intervention and support of South Asian communities that are being people that are being sexually abused, children, women and men that are experiencing rape and sexual abuse in those communities. And this narrative that CSE is committed by people from South Asian communities towards white people completely eliminates the fact that they're also victims. And what support are they getting whilst we're creating a narrative where they can't possibly be a victim because we're positioning them as the perpetrators?